Boom. All right, I think we're recording. I was waiting for like the recording in progress voice, but it didn't come on. But it's all good. Really quickly, for those of you that don't know me, I'm pretty sure everybody on here does. But just in the event that we have someone on here that's a guest, and we haven't had a chance to connect yet, I'm super excited for you to be on this call. Number one, and number two, my name is Donovan Taylor, also known as Donnie. I'm 25 years old. It's weird saying 25. I just turned 25 on the 26th of August, and I feel like this is the first time I've actually had a birthday and kind of felt like weird about saying the age now. Anyways, I digress. 25 years old, based out of, it's crazy. I'm like a quarter of a century. Like that's insane to think about. Anyways, I'm based out of Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. It's about an hour away from Toronto currently. And over the past year or so, wait till I hit 30. Yeah, facts. Over the past year or so, done a lot of digital nomading, which for those of you that don't know what digital nomading is, it's basically bouncing from city to city, from country to country, place to place, visiting and staying in different places for a duration of time and then going on to the next spot. So my home base is in Kitchener, Ontario, Canada, but I've been digital nomading over the past year. We were just out west. Shout out to the Kamloops squad. Shout out to the Calgary squad. We were literally just out west. And this call was put together for not just Western Canada, but also, Eastern Canada. People in the States are on this call as well. This is really a call that's meant for anybody, regardless of where you're based out of, because the beautiful thing about what we're going to be talking about tonight is getting results. If you're already seeing results, how can we increase them? How can we give you a quantum leap in your results? That's what this call is all about. I remember when I got started in the world of trading, investing, affiliate marketing. This was back in 2018 and 2019, respectively. And I didn't have any sort of a blueprint to follow. And so you can imagine that this is one of the industries when it comes to trial and error and kind of just failing your way to success. It hurts doing that in the world of trading, man, because you become a professional depositor where you're not a professional trader, you're a professional depositor because you keep depositing money into an account, blowing it. You got to go ahead, you got to open a new account, redeposit, blow it. Professional depositing. Okay. It's not ideal. It's not what I would recommend. And if you're on this call, you're gonna have to understand that you don't have to have the same experience that I did as long as you're following the blueprint. And that's what we're gonna be talking about tonight is what is the blueprint to actually tangibly seeing results? What are some considerations that I think are absolutely necessary for everybody on this call, whether you are a leader, an affiliate, someone who's just learning to trade? These are all things that we all need to be taking notes on this call to really unify the way that we are approaching number one, our own trading, but number two, the way we are approaching onboarding and making sure that people are going about this in the right way. Because I've seen it too many times where people will come in, have some sort of sense of direction, which is good, but not like a cookie cutter. Hey, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way down to Z. Sometimes we say, oh, yeah, we got A to Z, but there's some letters that are missing along the way. And it's not the alphabet if there's letters that are missing, right? It's not a recipe if ingredients are missing. And so tonight's really going to be talking about what is the recipe and some considerations to ultimately take your results to the next level. And so I'm super excited to be here. I've been in the space now 6.5 years, finally really reaping the rewards of this opportunity. And it's so crazy because there are people on this call that have been doing this for a fraction of the amount of time that I've been doing this, reaping the same results, the same rewards as a result of this opportunity and really what we have at our disposal here. Big shout out to Dayton one time. My guy's out in Thailand. He's on multiple 10K months. He's been working with us for just over a year. Shout out to Caden, 18, 19 years old when he first got started, beginning of this year, 8 months into his journey. He's in a position where multiple weeks he's supplemented his full-time income with trading. And that is absolutely insane. It's crazy to think about 8 months into this, supplementing almost an entire full-time income in just a couple days of trading with really the blueprint that we're going to be sharing on this call. Shout out to Olivia, right? One of the top, leaders when it comes to this organization. I remember when we first met in Matt Wynn's basement for one of the events in Kitchener Waterloo. And I mean, to see where Olivia is at now in comparison to where she started like just over a year ago, maybe pushing 2 years now, is crazy. And so the reason I say all of that is there are people on this call that currently have the results that some of you are really yearning for. And it's not just me that's speaking, it's the people that I've just given recognition to. Of course, I can't forget my brother Tommy. All right. My business partner, my brother, my day one homie, who if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. Tommy is someone who, of course, all of you are familiar with, and we'll be hearing from him a little bit on this call as well. But there are a lot of people in the participants that we each have access to that currently have results, and it's a result. Their results are a result of the blueprint that we're going to be talking about on this call. And so, with all that being said, I did want to, just share that, shout out a few of you. There's everybody on this call deserves a shout out. It's 9, 10, 6, 7 p.m., depending on where you're tuning in from on a Sunday night. So, really quickly, go ahead, just drop some numbers, some fire emojis, whatever you're feeling like in the chat for yourself, really quick. Clap it up for yourself, really quick, for making the decision to be here, because that's what it was. It was a decision. There's people that made the decision not to be here that could have been, and that's okay. The fact that we have 35 people, 34, because I'm on second device just to make sure everything's good. It's fantastic on a Sunday night. So, shout out to you guys for making the decision to be here, and let's go ahead and really kick this thing off. I'm going to pull up my notes to make sure that everything that I need to cover is going to be covered, and I'm going to be ripping through this. So, excuse me, it's actually a good thing we're recording because it'll be good for you guys to make sure you go back and you have all the notes that are necessary. Now, if you're seeing this and you're not currently a part of Revolt or the organization, there's probably a good chance that you've already seen some of this information and you're waiting on one of a couple of things before getting started. Number one, you're waiting for the means to get started, which is totally fine. It's a good thing you're on this call because you'll have a better vision of kind of what to go through, what you're going to be going through when you get started. Or two, you're just looking for some more information. You really want to feel the vibe for yourself to see if this is going to be a good fit for you and whether or not this opportunity is the right vehicle, because it's a vehicle. This opportunity, trading, affiliate marketing, economy, what we're doing here with Revolt is a vehicle to get you to where it is that you want to go. And so, with all that being said, with all the kind of preliminaries out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and start to train on what I want to train on this evening. And so this call was really inspired by just the influx of new members in the community. And this call is really meant to be a launch call / a relaunch call for some of you that, maybe have been in the space for a while and you feel like, hey, listen, you're ready to get back into this thing full fledged. There's a reason that, everybody's on this call. And so whether you're here to launch and go about this the right way at a high level, or if you're looking to relaunch and go about this an even better way at a high level, you're on the right call. So let's go ahead and dive into this really quickly. And the first thing that I want to talk about is making sure, and this, I'm really talking to my leaders on this call because this is so freaking important. And I've seen it too many times where this is not the same unified method of operation when it comes to onboarding. And it's totally cool. It's totally cool. And I'm going to rip through this quickly because this is going to be redundant for those of you that are OGs and have been on here for a while. But it is absolutely necessary for anybody that gets involved in the organization to go through the fast start. Okay. We're not going to spend any more time on it than 30 seconds, but everybody that gets started with the community, it's mandatory to go through the fast start, steps 1 through 4, very quick, very streamlined. This in and of itself would have saved me a ton of time when I first started trading. I didn't know what brokers to set up. I didn't have a community. I didn't have a streamlined cookie cutter A to Z on where to go through to get started. So obviously a lot of you have already been through this. If you haven't been through this, you will be going through it. And this is where the journey begins. So fast start is where the journey begins. Now, a lot of people, when they get to the final step, which if we were to just rip through this really quickly, okay, when you get to the final step, you're going to notice that final step, there's really 2 avenues to go down. You got next step in the markets, next step in building the business. For now, we're going to be talking about the markets. Okay, we're talking about trading. This is a trading call. And then, of course, we're going to be, not completely disregarding the building side and the affiliate side, which can be talked about closer to the end of the call. For now, we're just focusing on trading. Okay. These are the next steps in the markets, because a lot of people, they go through the fast start and they're like, what's next? Like, where do I go from here? So fast start's the first step, of course. Next step is going to be isolating your focus. Okay, write down in your notes, it is absolutely necessary to isolate my focus. When you're first getting started and you're someone who's just getting acquainted to the trading space, you're just getting acquainted with the group chats, with everything, whatever the case may be, you have to understand the importance of tunnel vision. Okay. We have a platform that has so many. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. So many. Everything on the platform is absolutely phenomenal in terms of products, services. They're proven to win. The results are there. They get posted every single week. Trade ideas, live sessions, people winning on the affiliate side. I mean, it's phenomenal. Everything we have is phenomenal. But there's a lot. And we got to be honest with ourselves that there's a lot. We got Monara, you got Plutos, you got stock options, you got DeFiverse, you got this, you got that, you got the whole shebang, which is great. But I'm going to be honest, if you're trying to do everything, you're not actually going to accomplish anything. Okay? This is super, super important. You have to isolate your attention. There's a reason I'm focusing as much time on this as I am, is you need to focus all your attention on one thing. Yeah, it might make sense to try out different strategies. I'm not denying that. It might be, might be good. It might be opportunistic for you to dabble in some of the other signals and some of the other trade ideas. But for your own personal sanity, take it from me, isolate your attention on one thing at a time. Doesn't mean one thing, period, but one thing at a time. And so it doesn't matter if it's institutional trading with my sessions that are on ECA 3 times a week, the scanner's coming out, the boot camp's coming out. Both of those are going to be making the whole process much quicker and much easier to streamline people through. But it could be Monara. It could be stock options with Jess. Shout out to Jess one time. 26 enrollments as an affiliate this week. Top of the leaderboard. Big shout out to Jess one time. And she's a phenomenal trader. I mean, 90% win rate over the past 2 years with stock options with trade ideas. You can't beat numbers like that. I'm telling you guys, it's insane. But the bottom line is choose your weapon. Okay. You ever played Call of Duty where you're making a class? You ever played, I don't know, any other game where you got to choose your character? Ike. Okay. You got to choose your character, man. You got to go out and choose your character, and then you can go out and live. All right. You got to focus your attention. Tommy's loving what I just said right there. That was great. I took like 2 inside jokes and made it into one. That was awesome. In digressing though, you got to choose your weapon. Okay. You have to choose your weapon. So notice how this is the next step in the process, is going to the education tab, right? This is the education tab. Okay. This is important. Make sure you guys are taking notes of this. First step, fast start. Almost everybody on this call has already gone through that. Next step is education. All right. You have continued education here. So this is where you can isolate your attention. Most of you, I'd say for right now, have gone through or should go through the Monara tab, because this is a system that's built out around Monara, and it's something that you can start to see results with tangibly, very effectively, using the scanner, taking your own trades as well as the trade ideas. If you're on the crypto side of things, perfect. You go into crypto, I'll show you guys this because I built it out myself. You got leverage trading. So if you're trading on margin, perfect. You can go through this. You also got the portfolio building bootcamp. Okay. Sidebar. Once you master or get to a certain extent where you're like content with what you've decided to focus on, go through this. Doesn't matter if you're on DeFiverse, go through this, right? Dollar cost averaging, building a portfolio in addition to what you're doing, increasing your income, trading and affiliate marketing. This is not a one-stop shop, just Revolt economy trading. That's it. This is like a wealth blueprint. This is not just a one-stop shop. So portfolio building, right? The income that you're producing, where do you put it to continue making babies, right? You want your money to make babies and not stop. Okay. You don't want your money to stop making babies. I don't think anybody here would be opposed to just have this like infinite money glitch, shout out to GTA one time, right? Infinite money glitches. I remember I would just sit on the game and run this infinite money glitch. Okay. Well, this is the infinite money glitch. Go through, find one product, one service, really dial in your attention, And then when the time comes, you can expand, right? But choose the one thing and go through it in the education tab. Very, very soon, this Smart Money Bootcamp, which is currently under a phase 2, you're supposed to choose phase 1 first. There is going to be a phase 1 section specifically for institutional trading, also known as Smart Money. It's going to be Refined Bootcamp. There's going to be a tab very similar to how it is on Monara. When you go in here, it's going to tell you the educators to prioritize on the schedule, whether you can watch them live or on the recording, it doesn't matter. Live's always better. But you can go through and you can check the times, the days and times that these individuals are streaming on the ECA. Begin with our basic education. This is truly the next step. All right. And this is all going to be accessible through, something under phase 1. But everybody here, if you're someone who's really dialed in on trading right now, you have got to go through the basic education, which is essentially put the ECA beginners and advanced videos. Okay. Before you can really dial into Monara or really dial into institutional trading or really dial into anything, you gotta, all right, cool. Fast start foundations finished. That's the first step. Perfect. Second step is go to the education tab, choose what you want to have as your weapon. And this is the first part of every choosing of the weapon side of things. Okay. It's going to tell you to go through the beginner education, which is the videos to lay the foundation for yourself in whatever it is that you're focused on. So there's something for stock options, there's something for Forex, and then on DeFiverse, of course, there's everything for crypto. So go through all those videos. The next step is learn how to develop a strategy using whatever the product or service is. So when this is finished for institutional trading, this is going to basically be like, all right, step 1, go through the beginner videos, beginner and advanced Forex on ECA. Perfect. Check that off. Third step is going to be go through the institutional trading bootcamp, just like how Ralph has a Monara bootcamp. Okay. And then from there, it's the live sessions. So now you're learning a strategy to complement the trade ideas that you're already taking with the copy paste products. Okay. So let's go back from the top here. First thing, fast start. Second thing, you're probably going to have a call with whoever, is sponsored you and got you involved in the business at that point. But the second thing is choosing a weapon. You have to choose one thing. If you want to have, hey, I mean, you can go about it a different way, but I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get a different outcome if you're following a different recipe. So it doesn't matter if you're following my recipe or what's effective and what's got me to the state that I'm at. You can do whatever you want. But I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Okay. And I'll tell you guys right now, just it'll save you a bunch of time. Take my word for it. Isolate your retention on one thing when it comes to your learning to become independently profitable. All right. And so how do you do that? Well, you choose, all right, what is it that I want to focus on? Cool. We have great proximity to Ralph. Monara is fantastic. You guys have great proximity to myself. Institutional trading is fantastic. We also have great proximity to Christian Vargas, who's also going to be teaching institutional trading very, very soon on the platform. And he's on ECA and DeFiverse. So there's lots, all grounds are covered. So you just have to choose your weapon. Choose your weapon. Okay. And then from there, it's immensely important. Sure, there's a bunch of pre-recorded content. Once you go the foundational route, you got the foundation established, then you're going to build upon the foundation. Write this down. This is a good quote. It's a nugget of gold. Okay. You can only build as high as your foundation is deep. You can only build as high as your foundation is deep. So you can have big goals, big aspirations, but if your foundation isn't deep enough, you can't build a skyscraper with paper cards as your foundation. It's not going to work. You might be able to stack a few things on the paper card house, but the paper card foundation is not going to hold a skyscraper. You got to have a deep foundation. Okay. You can only build as high as your foundation is deep. So once you have the foundational material out of the way in the recordings, then you go through one of the boot camps. You figure out how to use one of the weapons or strategies on the platform. And so when the smart money scanner, when the institutional trading scanner comes out, that's going to be a game changer. The timeline's still to be determined. So I'm going to finish this boot camp, and that's going to be some really good next steps for anybody on the institutional trading side of things. And in the meantime, while that's being built out, if you guys are truly desiring to really take it to a high level with institutional trading, which is what I teach on the platform, Your best bet is going to be to go through my past weekly sessions right now on the ECA until the boot camp is fully structured and accessible to everybody. So maybe just write that down in your notes if you're wanting to focus on institutional trading. Just make a point to go through the past weekly sessions on the ECA. All right. So again, from the top, fast start, continued education tab, choose your weapon, right? Choose your weapon. Make sure you go through the foundational material around that weapon. So the basics for Forex, basics for stock options, basics for crypto. And then from there, it's create a live session schedule for yourself with the educators that you can tune into on a weekly basis. And again, it doesn't matter if it's live or on the recordings, but make sure that you're dedicating the time to go ahead and tap in with the live education. It's one of those things where, it might seem like maybe a no-brainer to tap into these sessions, but I'll be honest, I have days where I don't tap into sessions and I'm like, man, like I got to be tapped into these sessions. And the reason for that is spaced repetition is the key to all mastery. It's the mother of all learning. If you're serious, you know what? Let's get some engagement in the chat. If you're serious about becoming independently profitable, in addition to the complementary trade ideas that are coming out with the platform, if you're serious about independently becoming profitable, type a one in the chat. Okay. Type a one in the chat. So it's blowing up. The chat's blowing up, right? Everybody. Okay. So you got to ask yourself and don't be too harsh on yourself, but be honest with yourself. Like, are you putting in enough effort and energy and time into what it takes to be successful right now? And if the answer is no, it's okay. Don't bash yourself. But there's a story. Share this story with you guys. There's a story, and this guy's it just so happens to be my mentor. Big shout out to Kevin Trudeau one time. He's at his friend's place, very wealthy guy, hangs around billionaires on a regular basis, and it's just like your regular group of friends, right? Except they're billionaires. Okay. And he's at this billionaire's place house, and he's got a dog, and the dog is sitting out on the deck with him. And every once in a while, Kevin and him are having like a mastermind dynamic, having a good time. Every once in a while, the dog will be like, oh, 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 just like lying down on the deck randomly, just starts whining. And eventually Kevin gets to the point where he's like, why is this dog whining? Like, what's going on with this dog? He's just whining on the deck, just oh, 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 oh. He's just whining randomly. And the owner, he's like, whoa, it's because he's lying down on a nail. He's lying down on a nail, but it doesn't hurt him enough to move, so he just whines instead. Okay. Think about that. Are you in a position right now where you're lying down on a nail, but it's not quite enough pain to get you to move into taking action and going through and doing the non-negotiables that you know you should be doing? Okay. A lot of y'all are like the dog right now, respectfully. There's more we could all be doing on this call to get to where it is that we want to go. So take it from me. Don't wait until the nail actually starts to hurt you to get moving. Start moving right now. Okay. Start moving right now. And so I thought that was a really cool story and analogy. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's talk about it, right? Those are the steps to learning. Okay. Fast start, choose your weapon, go through the education, be on the live sessions. Okay. You need to create a schedule with the live sessions. If you're not using Google Calendar, if you're not using a planner, whatever floats your boat, it doesn't matter. But if you're not using a calendar, you're not going to truly be taking this thing seriously. Okay. If it's not in your agenda, if you don't have reminders set for the sessions that are literally going to support you in getting the results that everybody wants on this call, which is independent profitability, you have to start prioritizing these sessions and being there live. If you can't be there live to one of my sessions, I have 3 different days, 3 random times. It's not random. It's intentional, but they're different times, 3 different times, 3 different days. So there are some people that can't tune in to my Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time call because there's people in different parts of Europe where it's like literally 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I have people that tune in with me from Africa and different places, and it's like 2 in the morning for them and they're still on the session. It's crazy to me. Like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., they're still on the session. It's wild. It's actually wild. I mean, like I wouldn't even expect that from these individuals, right? Dedication's on a whole nother level. But even for those that can't tune in, they watch the recording. So you got to prioritize, put it into your schedule the same way that I have everything in my schedule that's necessary for last week and this week and whatever the case may be, the calls, the meetings, the trading. Look, I literally have charts, audios, Revolt is the first 2.5 hours of my day, Monday to Thursday, basically throughout the entire week. All right. There's my ECA session Thursday. I'm also trading charts and audios. Okay. So your calendar is going to be the equivalent of your results in this space. So make sure that you're creating and cultivating a call schedule, including the team call that we have on a regular basis. And we might be seeing some schedule changes pretty soon, adding some calls, whatever the case is. And then, of course, the education, most important part on the trading side of things is how do you get to a point where you are unconsciously competent? What does that mean? It means that you don't have to think about trading. You don't have to think about technical analysis. You just plug into the chart and you see what's going on. It's like you can tie your shoe without having to look at the movements that you're doing to tie the shoe. You can tie your shoe with your eyes closed. Okay, that's unconscious competence. We want to get everybody there in trading the style and the strategy and the weapon, whatever the weapon is that they choose. But how do you get there? There's two ways you can get to unconscious competence. I'm going to talk about this and then we're going to move forward to risk management. We might be on here for a little bit past the hour, but this will be worth it. There's two ways you can get to unconscious competence, okay? One is through observing other people that are already at a unconsciously competent state. Write this down. This is key. This is universally applicable, not just trading. Okay. How do you get to a point of you know this and you know it like the back of your hand? Okay. You have to observe people that already know it like it's the back of their hand. You have to observe people that are already doing it, that are already there. Okay. And then the second way is through you independently doing the actions to get there. The same way that when I first started to learn how to tie my shoe, I had to really think about it was the same way that when I first started to look at charts and do technical analysis, I really had to think about what I was doing. 6.5 years later, you could tell me, hey, Don, what's your opinion on this chart? And I'll tell you in 3 seconds, maybe not 3 seconds, 3 minutes, top-down analysis. And I'll give you exactly with a high level of degree of confidence what it's going to do next. It didn't start that way, though. So how do you get to a point where that's the reality for yourself individually? Well, number one, you leverage the tools that make it a little bit more streamlined, like Monara, like the Smart Money Scanner that's going to come out. And ultimately, those two ingredients for becoming unconsciously competent. You observe people that are already there. All right. And observation is a huge part of it. And then two is you do the actionable steps yourself personally and get to a point of unconscious competence over time. So next thing that I want to talk about is, and you guys let me know in the chat, honestly speaking, yes or no in the chat, and there's no judgment here at all. But type yes in the chat if this is affirmative, type no if you're not quite there yet. But how many of you have funded a personal live trading account, not a prop firm account, but your own personal live trading account to start trading with? So I'm seeing some yeses, I'm seeing some nos. Okay, perfect. So this is great. A lot of you are very dialed in to learning the skill. Everybody in here dropped a 1 when I said who wants to get to a point of becoming independently profitable. This is fantastic, right? Everybody wants to get to that point. A lot of you have funded accounts, as in you've personally funded a live account or you're trading with prop firm capital, which is fantastic. If you do not have a personally funded live account, I would highly encourage you making that one of your next steps. Okay. You want to know how you can really take this thing to a whole nother level? If you've never traded with a live account before, this will immensely increase the progression in your journey. And I'll tell you why. If you're just trading on a demo account, the difference between trading on demo and live is astronomical. Okay, it's night and day difference. It's up and down difference, left and right difference. It's a huge difference. All right. If you fund a live account with $200 to $500, fairly reasonably, it's like not the end of the world if you blow the account. You will progress much farther much faster trading that live account and blowing it than if you never fund a live account. Period. You want to know how many accounts I've blown? I don't even know because I lost count. That's how many I've blown. Hey, I've blown an account in the past year. Sometimes I'll just throw $100 into an account and flip it to 600 and then blow it. Sometimes I do that. I wouldn't recommend it. Pull the cash out once you flip the account. All right. Don't be a professional depositor. Withdraw. But the point is, your journey will progress and accelerate if you are trading with live capital, as long as it's not capital you can, you can't afford to lose, right? In that case, you don't want to be trading with that capital. So, but I would encourage everybody here, if you have not already, I'm going to drop this in the chat. Okay, this is specifically for my Canadians that have not already made the transition. We, of course, a lot of you are set up on ACAP, which is fantastic. There was a couple issues with ACAP where people were having a hard time logging in, and there was just, a few things that had come up that weren't super ideal. And so we adapted. We were like, hey, listen, we want the best of the best. We want the best regulation. We want the best payment solutions. And we made the decision to move to PU Prime. So if you're from Canada and you haven't already set up with PU Prime, that's the link to do so in the chat. And then there's a video that walks you through the registration process. If you need it, you can let me know personally, or whoever sent you the link to this call. And if they don't have it, they can reach out to me and I'll get it to them. But it's very simple. It's a regulated broker. It's blessed for us as Canadians because you can deposit and withdraw via e-transfer. You can do it via crypto. You can do it via wire transfer, whatever's clever. E-transfer is the easiest way, literally the easiest way. Open a Canadian dollar trading account, deposit $200 via e-transfer, trade with it. Feel what it feels like to trade with real capital. Okay. Get to a point where, using proper risk management, you are tangibly seeing results. Okay. This leads me into the next point, which is going to be on the, here, let me do this actually. Okay. Give me 2 seconds as I pull this up for you guys. So the next thing I want to talk about is when you are taking trade ideas, all right, this is absolutely necessary to duplicate into your new people for the leaders on here. And this is absolutely crucial to follow for those of you that are on here that are serious about seeing results trading. All right, so we talked about, realistically speaking, what I'm just pulling this up before I share my screen here. The alerts are going off on like every, okay. There were a lot of alerts that went off on TradingView for some of my analysis, but let's pull this up. All right, let's pull this up. Boom, boom. Okay. So perfect. All right. I'm gonna go with some blank space here. Okay. So we talked about really the A to Z game plan for getting to a point where you have a foundation and you can build upon that foundation, right? Fast start, continued education, choose your weapon, go through the preliminary content, start tapping into the live sessions. Okay. At the same time that you're doing that, to become independently profitable, you got to make use of the trade ideas. I don't care if you're already experienced and you've been doing this for a year. If you don't have results where you're constantly taking withdrawals, you're literally playing yourself for not taking trade ideas. It makes no sense to me for anybody on this call to be in a position where you desire to become independently profitable if you can't humble yourself to the point of being profitable with the educators right now that you're literally learning from. So it's absolutely crucial that everybody on this call is getting experienced trading first on demo, then on the live account, using the signals, using the trade ideas. Use what you're literally paying for. How could you pay for a subscription and not literally make use of the service that's going to get you paid as you're paying for the subscription? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So absolutely prioritize. Okay. This is the step-by-step for trading. All right. Trading account process. Okay. So step number one, demo account first 1 to 2 weeks. If you're someone who has experience and this is your call to kind of relaunch, I want you guys to follow this step by step. A lot of you are on here, you're brand new. This is a step by step you should be following. Okay. First week, 1 to 2 weeks, you're just trading demo. You're not even thinking about a live account. Simply copy, paste ideas. Okay. Second step, after you're familiar with how to take trades with proper risk management, you got to fund a live account. I don't care if it's in your first few days. I don't care if it's your first couple of weeks, but it's got to be at some point in your first month from this call, you fund a live account with somewhere, I'd say realistically anywhere between like $100 and $1,000. Okay. It's not going to be life-changing in a bad way if you blow $100. It's not going to be life-changing in a bad way if you blow $1,000, depending on your situation. So live account, simply copying and pasting trades. This is not taking your own trades. You have a live account that you're opening just for trading ideas, just for educator ideas, period. Okay, simply copy and pasting. 3, continue studying and practicing independent trades on demo. Okay, there's nobody on this call should be taking manual live trades until you've at least seen 3 months of consistent profitability taking your own trades on a demo. And you see, this is sometimes where the disconnect is, because some people won't fund a live account because they're like, well, I'm not ready to personally trade independently on the live account yet. I totally get that. You want to continue studying and practicing independently on demo until you have 3 to 6 months of profitability. Right, I'll actually put this in and write this down verbatim. This is extremely important for everybody on here as a leader to duplicate this into your team. If we can get into a lifestyle, or not a lifestyle, but an energy of like people depositing and seeing tangible results from the copy and pasting in their first month, in their first couple of weeks, as soon as possible, like that will provide tremendous growth for the individual, number one, and also, of course, in the back office when it comes to somebody being exciting and wanting to share this thing. So number 4 is after 3 to 6 months, this is where it's kind of up to you, and we can reconnect one-to-one and talk about this for whether or not you're ready for a prop firm account, funding your live account with a bit more capital, whatever the case is. We can get you guys funded anywhere from $10,000 to $200,000 to trade with. We have all the connections and relationships that are necessary for when the time comes. But after 3 to 6 months of personal, this is your own trades. Okay. This should be on a separate account from the live account you fund. Okay. $100 to $1,000 account, simply copying and pasting. No personal trades. All right. The personal trading is done on demo until you're ready to fund the live account. How do you know when you're ready to fund the live account? You've had 3 to 6 months of profitability. There we go. On personal demo account. When I say personal, I don't mean one that you own personally, but literally the one that you are manually, personally taking trades on. Okay. So the same time that you're doing step 3 and 4, you're doing step 2 and you're getting paid, copying and pasting the trade ideas with proper risk from the educators. We're going to talk about risk management in a second here, and this is also immensely important. Okay. So, right, step number 1, first 2 weeks, maybe you're on this call, you're relaunching, you're getting re-immersed in the community again. Perfect. First 1 to 2 weeks, I want you back on a demo account, getting familiar with the platform again. If you're like, man, I still remember how to use MetaTrader, I'm ready to fund a live account and just do copy pasting. Cool. That's fine. Excellent. Go to step 2. If you're brand new, 1 to 2 weeks, timeline, it really depends. You just have to be comfortable taking trades, copying and pasting, and using proper risk. It has to be with proper risk. Has to be, especially when you transition to a live account. Then step 3, once you have the live account and you're copying and pasting with the signals, the Plutos, My Trade Ideas, Ralph's, Idris, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. At the same time that you're doing that, this is where the independent studying really comes in. This is where the live sessions comes in. This is where the watching recordings comes in, and you're practicing and you're applying the strategy that you're learning on a demo account independently. After you see 3 to 6 months of profitability on a demo account, I forgot to finish my thought on this one. fund personal live account to manually trade. You still want to keep this separate from the trade ideas. Okay. And the reason for that is you can track your score better if you're trading on an account that's personally just your own trades than if you're trying to mix the copy and pasting and your own trades. Sure, you can do that, but you're not going to have clarity on whether or not you're actually seeing results, because good chances are you're going to see better results with the copying and pasting than your own results initially. Okay. But this is the process. And maybe it's, more complicated than it needs to be, honestly. Like, we could really start with number 2, but the reason that we say start with demo is you got to be familiar with the platform. You got to know how to use proper risk. All right. So that's the blueprint there. What is proper risk? Okay. I'm going to tell you guys very clearly what is proper risk right here. And I really hope y'all are taking notes, because I'm going through this as quick as I can so I can hear from my man Tommy at the end of this call, because he's going to throw down some heat. So proper risk is one of 2 things. Okay, this is super key. There's 2 sides to this, one of 2 things. All right, for copying and pasting. All right, currency pairs. What do I mean by that? Forex currency pairs. Let's put this in clarity here. Forex currency pairs, everything else. Write this down, you guys. All right, so you have 2 different considerations and approaches to take with this here. All right, and this is really important. Okay, so with Forex currency pairs, the best way to start copying and pasting without manually calculating your risk, which is the second side of the equation under independent trading. Okay, for Forex currency pairs, this is the rule of thumb I want everybody on this call to be duplicating into their people and to be following themselves personally. If you decide to, go off the road or the track or whatever, it's fine. You can do whatever you want. I'm not here to baby any of you. Okay. But if you're not following the plan, this is the recipe, right? If you change any ingredient in the recipe, you will get a different cake. You're going to get a different souffle. You're going to get a different eggs Benedict in the morning. Okay. It's not going to be the same if there's an ingredient missing. So 0.01 per $100. I don't care if that's too little money for you. If you're trading on a baby account and you can't manage it and you blow it because you're not using proper risk management, this is the blueprint. This is how to not blow accounts and how to really tangibly see results if you're serious. Okay. So this is what it looks like for currency pairs: euro against the dollar, Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen. Just currency pairs, 0.01 per $100 on the trade ideas. Everything else, gold, US 30, Bitcoin, etc., that's not a foreign exchange currency pair, you want to do 0.01 per $500. Okay. Sure, you can maybe get away with like 0.01 per 250, but definitely not 0.01 per $100 with golds. You are going to be over leveraging like crazy, and you're going to probably see inconsistent results with your trading. All right. In that you're losing more than you should be or winning more than you should be, and both are detrimental because you want to be consistent with your risk. So if you have a $100 account, a $200 account, $300 account, whatever, just do the math accordingly. This will save you time and make the copying and pasting way smoother. Okay. This is what we want to duplicate into everybody on the team. There's a reason I'm doing this call, and there's people that aren't brand new on this. This is for the leaders. Make sure that we're unifying the way we're duplicating this with new people. All right. We'll call it 0.01 per 250, but really, I mean, even that's a little bit of a stretch with some of the trade ideas that are coming out with bigger stop losses. Okay. Proper risk is one of 2 things. This is the first side of it. All right. For copying and pasting, this is the methodology to follow. With your own independent trading, you're going to want to manually calculate your risk. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is instead of you just simply going ahead and doing 0.01 per $100 or 0.01 per 250 if it's a trade like gold or US 30 or Bitcoin, is these results are not going to be static. Your losses are not going to be the consistent same dollar amount or same percentage amount every time, but that's okay because it's still following proper risk as long as you're doing 0.01 per $100 for currency pairs or 0.01 per 250 for gold, US 30, Bitcoin, everything that's not a currency pair. You're still using proper risk if you follow that formula. For independent trading, it's best to manually calculate your risk to be a predefined dollar or percentage amount. And I'll even give you guys what would be considered proper risk. We'll say example risk, right? 1% per trade. Maybe you're trading your own personal live account with $1,000 and you want to risk 5% per trade. That's $50 a trade. That's cool. You can do that. That's proper risk management if you're trading on a funded account that you personally funded yourself. All right. But manually calculate your risk. There's a way to do this. It's very straightforward. I'm not going to explain it on this call. I'm just going to share a video resource that I want you guys to save because this video will be great for future reference when the time comes and you're on your own account. And it's not necessary for, hold on, let me see if I can just pull this up really quickly. It's not going to be necessary for you until you're really trading your own, demo account or live capital. Let's see here. Okay, here's the recording. So this is the resource that I want everybody to pull up in the chat, open this up, save it. And this is something you can come back to when the time comes. For how to manually calculate your risk, it's in the chat. Can you guys confirm you can open that in the Zoom chat? Got it? Okay. Sweet. So save that link, put it into your notes, put it in your saved messages on Telegram. If you're not using your saved messages on Telegram, that might be a breakthrough for some of y'all. Saved messages, game changer, really great, accessible on PC, phone, whatever. It's great. So, okay, I'm just going to take a look at my notes here. Okay, so this is really the second last point that I want to cover is the point we're on right now, and then I'm going to bring up Tommy to close this thing out. We're almost finished, okay, for the trading side of things. So do we have clarity on this? Because I know we're going quickly, all right, but do we have clarity on the risk management side of things? If you're not following this, let me tell you what's going to happen, okay? More than likely, you're going to blow your account. More than likely. I don't think anybody in here wants to blow an account and be a professional depositor like I was. It sucks, man. It's not ideal. It's different now where it's like, all right, let me throw $500 into an account and just for fun, risk 10% a trade and see what I can do with it in a week. Little $5,000 account, little 10x, or it's a loan account, right? It's different. When you get to a point where it's like you're swimming in profitability and you don't have to worry about blowing accounts, cool. You can follow something different than this. But for now, let's be honest, you're not profitable. And if you are, you're probably not as profitable as you could be because you're not following the blueprint. Okay. I'm just telling you guys how it is, right? Write this down in your notes. I am process oriented, not profit oriented. Affirm it to yourself. Write it down in your notes. I am process oriented, not profit oriented. You want to know why? Because if you are serious about becoming an independent, profitable trader, in addition to the copying and pasting, these are like yin and yang. These two things go hand in hand. When I'm copying and pasting trade ideas, this is how I'm calculating my risk. I'm not manually calculating for trade ideas. That's only my own trades. Okay. This is what I wouldn't put you guys onto something that I'm not personally following. It doesn't make sense. As a leader, it's the lowest form of leadership is trying to tell your people to do something different than what you're doing. It doesn't make sense. I'm not here to do that. So this is what works. This is what's been proven to work. This is what's turned multiple people on this call into absolute savages on the charts and in the best possible way. Okay. So, right, be process oriented, not profit oriented. Because a lot of people have a hard time taking 0.01 per $100. They're like, man, I can't swallow my pride and make $2 a trade and be okay with it. Perfect. Go ahead, blow the account. Doesn't make a difference to me, but I'll tell you, you didn't follow the recipe. You're not teachable. If you're not following the recipe, you're not teachable. And I like to work with teachable people. And you guys that are on this call are teachable. All right. So where do we go from here? Okay, let's recap. What do we talk about? All right. What does the first part of your journey look like? Well, it's going through the fast start, laying the Revolt and economy foundation, setting up your broker accounts, having that conversation, that 72-hour call, that game plan with your personal mentor, your sponsor. Then you go to the education tab. That's when you isolate your attention onto one thing that you are personally going to study through to mastery while you are copying and pasting and profiting. Are some weeks going to be better than others? Absolutely. There might be losing trading weeks with the trade ideas. That's okay. Trust the process. Be process oriented, not profit oriented. From there, where do you go? Well, this is the trading account process. Demo account first week or two, simply copying and pasting ideas. After the first week or two, fund a live account, simply copying and pasting. Get familiarized with taking trades on your own live account. They don't have to be your own trades, and they shouldn't be until you're profitable for 3 to 6 months with your own individual trades for a demo account. Okay, demo account, 3 to 6 months. You've been scaling that. You're profitable consistently over the 3 months, 6 months. Perfect. Now you can talk about next steps. Let's get you funded with a prop firm. Let's get you to a point where you're starting to make some serious bread and can do what Dayton just did, which is get up and leave and go fly to Thailand for a couple months or however long he decides to stay there, because that's what this skill will do for you if you take it seriously. And then, of course, this is probably the most important part of the call, to be honest. And yet, maybe the part that hasn't been clearly put onto display like it is right now. But this is what proper risk management is, and it needs to be separate for both. Manually calculating your risk for trade ideas doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense? Because it's copy paste right here, right now. You don't want to take the time to calculate your risk when it's not going to be enough of a difference for it to matter, when you can simply follow the formula here. This will give you the best results. Manually calculating your risk is when you're independently trading on a demo account leading up to a live account of your own. This isn't to discourage people from taking their own trades on a live account. This is to increase profitability and decrease the amount of people that are blowing accounts from doing stupid shit. Just being honest. Stop doing stupid shit. Okay? Respectfully, it's not going to get you to where you wanted to go. Be process oriented, not profit oriented. Use proper risk. So where do we go from here? Okay. You want to create a live schedule. I don't care if you're on my sessions. I don't care if you're on Ralph's sessions. I don't care if you're on Jess's sessions, Idris. All the educators on the platform are educators for a reason. Okay. Plutos, it doesn't matter what you're using to copy and paste or what tool you're using. Plutos is crushing it, by the way. It's a no-brainer add-on, especially for the copying and pasting side of things. I know a couple people just added it on recently, which is great. But I say all of this to say that, this is obviously, I could come on this call and I could give you guys the institutional trading blueprint, the A+ entry model, recipe, everything that you guys can implement to start taking your own trades, technical analysis wise. The reason that I came on this call to give you guys this blueprint is this is the start. This is like the tip of the iceberg with your trading journey. And if this wasn't already laid out as clear and concise as it was today, hopefully I did a okay job giving you guys that clarity. This is what we need to be talking about with our people on those 72-hour calls when it's like we're just reconnecting with them for the first time and they're just getting onboarded. If you're someone who's here, you're new, and this wasn't a call or conversation that you had already, now you've seen it, you understand it, and you can really start to actually apply it in leaving this call. Where do you go from here? You make that freaking schedule. If you haven't gone through the prerequisite material, you got to go through it. Hey, it makes no difference to me. It really makes no difference to me. Truly. but it'll make a hell of a difference for you if you follow the blueprint. So understand the system, fast start, continue education, choosing your product, studying the prerequisite material, getting to a point where you can go through the boot camp for that product or service to master that strategy. And while you're mastering the strategy, you got to have a live account. You got to be taking profit with the copy paste trade ideas. You got to be. It doesn't matter if you want to wait till you're personally ready to fund your own live account to trade it. You got to have that live account and that skin in the game to really crush it at a high level. And so the next side of this thing that I want to go into, I can't wait for the boot camp to be ready for institutional trading, by the way. That's something we're going to do another call about once it's finished. I have a goal in mind for the date of when that'll be ready to go by. And I'll keep you guys posted once that's ready to go, and we'll schedule a call just like this one for those of you that are ready to see that. But now is the time that we're going to transition this thing. I know I went longer than I anticipated, to be honest, but it was really important that I went over that stuff. And this is the time that we're going to hear about, really what it means to think bigger than just yourself and your own results. I think a big thing that I personally experienced in this space is massive personal growth outside of profitability, making more income, so on and so forth. It's just the personal growth that I've personally experienced in this trading journey has been absolutely immense. And the opportunity that we have as individuals to allow for someone else to have that same level of personal growth is honestly, it's our responsibility to give them that opportunity. And it just so happens that you can be compensated to do so. You can be in a position where we will compensate you for being in a position where, hey, you're putting people onto this system and this blueprint. If you're in a position where you're following the blueprint and seeing some sort of tangible result, which means you're copying and pasting on a demo account, seeing the ROI there, taking your own trades, seeing the ROI there, or just simply growing as an individual, it is our responsibility to pay that forward to the next person. It's our responsibility. Truly, it is. It's not about, oh, ranks, let's smash ranks, let's make more money off people signing up. It's not even about that. It's about if you're seeing a positive increase in any way, it's your responsibility to pay that forward. And so what I want to talk about right now, and what I'm going to pass things off to Tommy for him to talk about right now, is the team building side of things, the impact side of things, because your impact will drive your income in a profitable and a positive way. And so for those of you that don't know Tommy, we're going to stay on here. Like I said, I warned you guys like close to the start of the call. We're going to stay on here after the, past the hour. We'll probably go for, I don't know how long, maybe 20, 30 minutes max from here. Okay. Stay on as long as you can, because trust me, you're going to want to hear from what Tommy or from Tommy and what he's going to go over right now. So for those of you that don't know Tommy, all right, let's rewind for a second. 2019, I was fresh off the boat, still very new in the space, less than a year trading. I remember meeting this guy, and he's someone who's always had a fire within himself. He's always had what's called a burning desire. And that burning desire for him is being a person of increase, number one, being a family man, number two. This guy is someone who will put anybody in front and before himself. And I got to tell him sometimes, yo, you better be getting some damn sleep, boy. You can't be going to bed at 4 or 5 a.m. because you're taking care of and making sure that everybody's good before you're good. All right. But this is the type of person that he is. He truly has a heart of gold. He truly puts other people before himself. And he truly, that burning desire in him is to increase, be a person of increase and positively impact hundreds of thousands of people around the world. And he's done that. We've built teams of thousands of people. Tommy individually has built teams of thousands of people all across the world, places like Hawaii, places out in Europe, places in South America and Africa. Of course, we have North America taken over right now as we speak. And he's someone who is not only succeeding at a high level financially in this space, but he's succeeding at a high level in all areas, because how you do one thing is how you do everything. And so he's a world-renowned speaker. He gets paid for public speaking, coaching, and he gets paid to come out and actually just provide value for other people at their events. Like, people will pay him $5,000 to come out and speak. Like, it's insane to think of the proximity that we have to someone of Tommy's caliber. Truly, he's well on his way to Prodigy 5K on the affiliate side of this business. And I already know that Icon 100 is done. I know that's the goal that he's working towards. and the amount of impact that will be made with that rank being done when it's done. It's already done. It's just got to happen in the physical is going to be absolutely crazy. So go ahead really quickly and type some P5Ks in the chat from my brother, from another mother, my business partner, Mr. Tommy Ooze. You guys got to blow up the chat real quick. All right. I don't know if you guys are asleep or what, but go ahead and drop some P5Ks in the chat from my guy, Tommy Ooze. I'm going to go ahead and pass the host over to you, brother. And let's go ahead and end this thing off strong.
Let's go. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing? It's great to see a lot of your beautiful faces. Donnie, you like the hat, bro? We just got it in. You know, I had to match them. You usually don't see me with a hat on the call, but I had to rep the Revolt hat. And then we got the economy shirt. I see you, Dayton. Let's go. Come on. But what's going on, guys? Family, appreciate all the love in the chat. Good to see you guys. I'm excited to be on here. I'm a little bit sick. But I said no excuses, you know. So I'm here, want to be on this call, guys. I know it's late. I know we've been on here for like an hour. Is it cool if I go for like another 15 minutes? I have a lot of value I want to share with you guys. I got a big announcement at the end of this. But if you're not going to leave, I know it's 10:15 over here. So I mean, it can't be any later. I mean, maybe for Dayton, but he's in like Thailand. I don't know where he is. But yeah, if you guys are gonna, stay on here, you ready? Okay, everyone's like, yeah, run it. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. But before I do, guys, can we get back to Donnie one time? I appreciate all the kind words, Donnie. Love you, bro. We've been running alongside each other for a minute, but guys, show some love, show some gratitude for my brother and our educator, our team educator, our team. Guys, Revolt has their own educator. I don't know many teams that have not their only one, but multiple educators. Come on, man. That was a big reason why we came here. We've done some amazing things, guys, in the industry, myself, Donnie, and different areas, and you have the yin and yang with the two of us. Um, but we can both do both, which is awesome. So very, very powerful with that being said. And we've been in economy, guys, now for I don't know, it's been less than a year for sure, but I'm excited to just create one of the biggest movements, not only in Canada and the United States, but globally within this organization. I'm really excited to just impact as many people as possible. So if you're brand new, I'm excited to welcome you to the team officially. If we've never met, how many people don't know me? So I think drop a 2 if you don't know me on this call. And drop a 1 if you do. No, Olivia, you know me. Don't actually, seriously. No. I said if you Johnny's everyone just likes dropping numbers, I swear. Hey, y'all are playing in the chat. There's like some people that know me and they're like dropping twos. Yeah, I think like does anyone not know me? I think like maybe 1 or 2 people. But if you don't know me, my name's Tommy Hughes, been in the industry for the last 5 years. We've built organizations that over the thousands, we've spoken all across the world in front of thousands, and we have other things outside of this because of this. So I'm going to talk about this next side of this industry real quick, and I don't want to stay on here too long, so I'm going to fly through it. Um, and I want you to understand that this is not just trading. This is trading and affiliate and network marketing. If you're not familiar with that industry, we're going to talk about it in a second. If you're scared of that industry, we're going to talk about it in a second. But I joined this for trading. I joined this to learn how to make money. Yo, don't kill bro. Go. Guy saw the Insta story. Yo, you guys kill me. Honestly, I love you guys. Honestly, you guys, just drop the word revolt in the chat one time. Like I love y'all, fam. I love this community. I love Revolt. Guys, I'm grateful for every single one of you guys. And man, I need some more engagement in this family chat though. Yeah, y'all are sleeping. I'm gonna be real quick. I think me and Donnie, like, we just talk to ourselves sometimes in here. Like, you guys gotta unmute this shit. And I need to see you guys. I need to see JV, Rigo. I see you, Dayton, Bryson. I need to see you guys in here. Shout out you guys for having your cameras on, but I need to see the Revolt fam in there daily. If you guys are gonna be in there daily, leaving this call, drop a 1. Because drop a hello, drop a good morning. Pretend you're texting your girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, or your boyfriend. Like, just it's like make it a non-negotiable. Like, I know people in relationships. Like Donnie probably wakes up and texts Julia every day. It's like no, he doesn't. All right, well, poor girl. Okay, we're gonna get into the training. All right, let's get into the training, but make it a non-negotiable to talk to the chat. So, nah, shout out Julia, she's amazing. I think you're in Montreal with her, so send her my love. But let's get into it. Revolt first, and yo, that's crazy. I'm not even gonna repeat that. Let's go, let's go. That's commitment. You know what we say in this industry is, I'm not addicted, I'm committed. So. Guys, I'm not going to get into my story tonight. That's for another day. I want to just share with you guys a training. Some of you may have seen this training, some of you may have not. I think only about 5 of you have. So, I always have slides because big slide guy. Anyways, can you guys see this? All right. You guys see this? Drop a lightning bolt if you can see this. Okay, perfect. Yes. Guys, this is our brand. First off, you got to speak our brand. You got to rep our brand. You can talk about the brand. People ask you what you're part of. Say I'm part of Revolt. We keep God at the center, greatness on display. We're basically an academy where we teach people how to make additional streams of income for a living. All right. I probably met 20 new people over the weekend. I was at like some sauna cold plunge place, huge cold plunge guy. And, I met a lot of people and they're like blowing me up. Yes, Steph, let's go. That's the God, baby. But I have people that my biggest problem in this business. Who wants this? You guys are killing me in the chat. Okay, who wants their biggest problem to be with the building side is they have too many people to follow up with. Because that's my problem. That's my problem. Drop a 1 if you want that problem. Y'all are killing me with the skincare routine stuff. I love it. I love it. All right. But this is our brand, man. You gotta eat, breathe, sleep this brand. You should have this brand in your bio on Instagram. I think shout out Blake and Steph. They put it in their bio, to even mention it. They're like, yo, at Revolt Academy. You guys should be promoting these brands, blowing up the reels like it's your own, man. Like it is your own. Like we are at the ground stages of building this brand, okay? And this brand is so much more than economy. It's so much more than trading. I want you guys to realize that. I'm working on a high ticket sales portion, like exotic cars, real estate. There's so much shit coming. Like this is about wealth. So I just needed to let you guys know this is about wealth. This is about health. This is about community. Like this is bigger than economy. Okay. So I want you guys to understand that. So if you guys are excited, man, just drop some ones, blow up the chat, but let's get into it. So I wanted to talk about 3 and free real quick. So, drop it doesn't matter what you are in the chat, but drop a group 1 if you just want to be a customer and get a free membership, and then drop a group 2 if you want to go beyond that, create some residual income from impacting people, maybe refer 4 or 5 or 6 people. And there's no right or wrong answer. I just want to know who I'm talking about. We got some 2s, we got some 1s. Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you're just a customer on this call, man, just like this guy, be happy, man. Go out there and share this with 3 friends. It's dope to bring people into the community you're a part of that There's people that need this. And if you want me to be is it cool if I can be raw and real with you guys for these I'll be like 10 more minutes. I promise. I know it's getting late. But if I can be raw and real with you guys, just drop a 10 in the chat. All right, for 10 more minutes. Like, it's freaking selfish to not share this. Like, it's freaking so selfish, man. There's people that are broke as a joke, don't have a way out, and you have the golden ticket to the Willy Wonka chocolate factory, and you're not talking about it. Blows my mind. And even if you just want to be a customer, that's fine, man. Get your 3 and free. But for those of you that hey, maybe you're hesitant building, maybe you don't understand network marketing, like drop a 333 in the chat box if you want to understand network marketing on a little bit deeper level. You're like, what even is affiliate marketing? Like, I don't fully get it. Like, I just seen the compensation plan. People are talking about you can sell this, da da da. Well, let's talk about the truth of it, man. Is it a scam? Is it a pyramid scheme? Is it bullshit? Are we signing people up and just like stealing all our friends' monies? Are we thieves? Are we like, or are we hope dealers? Or are we inspirers? Or are we leaders and mentors in a part of the best industry in the world? I don't know, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the truth about it. You guys want me to expose it? I'm going to expose it. So, guys, I want you to understand that first and foremost, this industry, guys, is just Donnie. That's crazy. This industry, guys, is an $180 billion industry. There's all facts. Feel free to take pictures of this. Okay, you can take notes if you really want to, but I want to just educate you. It's a $180 billion industry, and I have a huge announcement at the end of this, so do not leave this call or you're going to miss it, and it sucks to suck. Okay, $180 billion industry a year. It's one of the largest industries in the world, second highest paid profession in the world right next to sports. Look at this. NFL 9.5 billion, music 16.5, video games, movie, virtual. What is network marketing, guys? This picture 167. So it's one of the biggest industries in the world. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that freaking crazy? So what does it mean to be an affiliate? What does it mean to be a network marketer? Well, it means be able to participate as a small business owner, okay? Like a legal small business owner. You can build a client list of consumers just like any traditional business, except it's a network of consumers like Avon, Mary Kay, maybe you've heard of Amway, Herbalife, all these original companies, but you take all the benefits of entrepreneurship, guys, without any of the high risks of traditional businesses while not having to develop the product services and gain all the rewards, low risk, high reward. What's your cost? What's your cost of running an online business? Let me know in the chat of being a part of an economy. Like, we don't even charge for Revolt yet. Like, what's your cost, man? Let me know in the chat. It's literally freaking $99. It's $99. Maybe it's 165. Maybe it's an extra 15 bucks a month for for your affiliate kit. But let's be real, man. You don't have much of a cost. Less than 200 bucks a month at the very least. Okay. So, understand this, guys, that, let's talk about the different styles of advertising. So there's commercials, you watch sports, maybe NFL is back on today. Okay. My brother was watching the Lions game. Go Lions. All right. But I want you guys to understand that word of mouth marketing is probably the most powerful way of marketing something in the whole world. Okay. Whole world transfer of energy. So I went to school for business. I'm a business student. Okay. And, I understand that people, you know, um, that you can't find economy services on a commercial. You're not going to see them in a magazine because people use word of mouth marketing. We had a girl, guys, in Poland hit icon 100 today. That's $100,000 a month at 24 years old. $100,000 a month at 24 years old due to affiliate and network marketing. And that's residual. And residual income means that's going to keep coming in over and over and over and over again for the rest of her life, man. She's gonna make 20. She's gonna make 100K a month for the rest of her life. What industry in the world can you do that? This is outside of trading, man. This is just talking about economy. All right, crazy. So I want you to understand that people are desensitized to traditional advertising. Like, let me ask you guys this: when's the last time you watched a full YouTube ad all the way through without pressing skip? Like, what's the last billboard you remember? Commercial, magazine? I don't freaking know. Guys, Red Bull spends $1 billion on advertising and pays celebrities to endorse their products, but their sales aren't high. How do you make money these days? Social media, Reels, Instagram, TikTok, okay? Talking to people, okay? Economy is no advertising budget. Instead, they take every 70 cents of their dollar and pay its loyal customers and promoters like myself, like Donnie, like Dayton, like other individuals on this call, and we can just share it through Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, okay? And talk about it. How crazy powerful is that? Right? People don't even understand. It's so simple. So facts on the industry, guys, of network marketing, the B2B state says you're 5 times more likely to be a millionaire in this industry than any other industry in the world. I want to repeat that. You're 5 times more likely to be a millionaire than any other industry in the world. Wow, that's crazy. Network marketing has created more six-figure earners in the world than any other industry. Fact. Okay. Shout out all the ladies. I think we got like Jen, Steph, Liv, a couple other girls on here. Shout out the ladies. 82% of women who make 6 figures in any industry in America, all right, do it through a home-based business, which is network marketing, women dominated. So girls, they want to join you. They want to join you. All right. So it pays reps and distributors $208 million in commissions worldwide. Network marketers that are based out of a home have 80% greater chance of success other than any other traditional business, like we said. Okay. So let's move on. It's recession proof. Guys, recessions are coming. All right. They've been coming. I mean, they don't really affect us because you can make money going up trading and going down. Network marketing doesn't change anything. Recessions don't mean shit to network marketers and traders. Okay. But it's recession proof. Industry grew 15% in 2008. During COVID, people were hitting, 700K a month. I mean, I know people that hit $1 million a month in COVID because people needed to make money online. And people, where are people making money today? Let me know in the chat. You think people are like going out there like, oh, I really need a job, man? Or do you think they're going, oh, I really want to make money online? I want to quit my job. Which one do you guys think it is? Let me know in the chat. Online or offline? Do you like job or online? Drop in the chat box. Online or job? What do you guys think? You guys asleep? You guys with me? Online. There we go. You guys are awake. Welcome back. All right. The industry, guys, is going to double in the next 10 years. The most socially connected generation the world has ever seen before. Billions of people are going to be looking for second jobs, other side hustles. That's probably why you got started today. You work a job and you're like, I need to get out of my job. Okay, write this down. Who's taking notes? Write this down. Your 9 to 5 pays your bills. That pays for the phone bill, that puts food on the counter. Okay, your 6 to 2 a.m. It ain't 2 a.m. over here yet. All right, builds your empire. Well, I don't want to stay up till 2 a.m. Okay, you're 6 to 10 p.m. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it builds your empire, man. So you got to work full time on your job, part time on your fortune until your fortune becomes your full time job. I was having lunch today with one of my mentees. Okay. He started with me 5 years ago. He's making about $40,000 a month. He just bought his family home back in India. Okay. And he's probably one of my number one personal testimonial. I met him. He was working at fucking, not McDonald's, at Walmart. We're at Walmart. He borrowed money from 2 friends to sign up. 5 years later, he bought his parents a house back home, makes about 40K a month, all because of this. All because of this. Well, Tommy, it doesn't work. You're right. Why doesn't it work? Because most people quit. See, you in this industry, trading and network marketing, it's together. It's like a marriage. You either win or you quit. You can't do, but you don't lose. You win or you quit. You win or you quit. You pick. Which one do you want to do? Okay. So this industry, guys, is going to double in the next 10 years. Most socially connected generation. How sick is our culture, man? We're all on a freaking Zoom call at 10 a.m. There's people in Calgary, BC, the States, Dayton's in Thailand. I'm somewhere, like we're all somewhere and we're all connected on a Zoom call. Like how cool is that? You know what I mean? I don't know, Bryce. I don't know, bro. So guys, I want you to understand that billions of people are looking for this and you have the golden ticket. So there's 5 main avenues, guys, to make money in life, right? I mean, there's that actually are good, right? To make more money. There'll be real estate, maybe it's e-com, network marketing, investing, but you got to understand the startup costs for everything. It's very expensive. So network marketing is the cheapest thing to get into. And like I said, it's going to triple and double as it continuously is right now. It's going to go from an $180 billion industry to a $540 billion industry. Okay. So most people will join network marketing. Guys, all these successful entrepreneurs, who knows some of these names? Who loves some of these names? Tony Robbins, Rob Kiyosaki, Ed Mylett, Donald Trump, Richard Branson, Grant Cardone, Bob Proctor, shout out my mentor, all freaking started in network marketing. You know what most people don't realize? Half these guys still make residual income from network marketing. Half of them do. All right. And then they made other businesses because of the income they chose to create through this industry. So, what about network marketing versus small businesses? So, network marketing, guys, competition, not much, aggressive paying compensation, 7 different ways to get paid. You spread wealth, you build assets that will last, part-time flexibility. You can do this part-time, you can put as much time as you want. Okay, new products consistently. We have a new smart money indicator coming out. We literally sell people money. We literally sell people, hey man, do you want to make money from your phone? No? Okay, good luck. Like literally. Like I don't give a fuck if people don't join nowadays. Like pardon my French, but literally. Team effort, people help you, people work for you. You're incentivized. We're all incentivized to help each other. Your auto ship, let's say it's $150. Okay, it's a 3 to 5 year game plan. If I told you in 3 to 5 years, you're gonna bare minimum, make 10K USD a month, would you stick around? Would you build a team? Let me know in the chat box. Drop a yes or no. Bare minimum 10K a month, consistently for the rest of your life. Just 10. Just 10. Nothing crazy. Not 100. Just 10K. Would you do it? 3 to 5 year game plan, man. They say if you do this for the next 3 to 5 years, 98% of actually, they said if you do network marketing for 10 years, 98% of people make 6 figures for 10 years. So it's a proven fact. Okay. Beginnings, very startup. It's right there, $200. Okay. Small businesses, guys, you're a slave to consumer, very competitive, varies from business to business. Liabilities. You can be rich, but your 24 hours are on the clock. Making a build your own, you have to adapt, you have to be unique. 80% of small businesses have no employees. They're a slave to a paycheck, slave to the economy, slave to fluctuations. Products, insurances, utilizers get fucked based off on things that they have to implement. 7% of restaurants don't make it past a year. Like businesses, brick and mortar, realistically, if you don't have a good like cash flow coming in, man, build an online business. And that's what we're doing here with Revolt and Economy. Okay. So, and it costs you about 500 to K to 1 million. What do you guys think? You want to invest $200 to build an online business? 500K to 1 million. to build a brick and mortar business, right? Probably 200 bucks. So network marketing versus college. Okay, I know my boys are, some people are in school on here. Not trying to make you drop out. I know Donnie's tagline is at Donnie Dropout. His goal is to not make you drop out. Okay. But let's just go over it. So college, average 50K investment, no guarantee to make money. You get a piece of paper. I have one on my wall over here. Haven't used it worth jack shit. Okay. Average 29% of kids end up getting out of college, get into 50K in student loan debt. Student loan debt's the number one debt in the whole world. No true guarantee. Forbes magazine reported only 14% of students walk out of college with a job in the year. This is a little outdated. Back in 2014, only of those were well-paying jobs. You have to work your way up the pyramid scheme of the corporate ladder. Okay, that's the real pyramid. So you're really capped. Okay, network marketing, your startup cost is $200. You could suck. You could suck at network marketing, but as long as you rank up twice a year, every single year for the next 4 years, guys, you could end up guaranteed with 240K in residual income that will never leave your pocket. So if you just ranked up twice, every year for the next 4 years, you'd be making over 200K a year. Would it be worth it? Let me know. Drop a yes or no in the chat. Would it be worth it? Okay. Have a financial plan for future. You have debt money working for you. We're teaching you how to create wealth. You're going to grow as a person financially and mentally. I'd say network marketing is more about who you come along the journey than the wealth you gain. All right. Fast forward 2 more years. If you keep ranking up, you're a millionaire. 10K investments with, crypto, some of our AIs, trading, make you a millionaire in about 4 years if done correctly. So not down on school, not down on jobs, just up on the right opportunity. You can do both, but just good to know. Benefits from taxes, write-offs, guys. We can do a whole training on this. The average person, guys, in a home-based business will benefit about 7K on taxes. If everyone had a home-based business, in America, it would cost the U.S. federal government over $500 billion. I paid $0 in taxes last year. Not an income claim, just a fact. Because of network marketing, you can write off your gas, you can write off your flights, you can write off your hotels. If I ordered a freaking pizza while I was doing this call, I could write it off because this is business talks. I wrote off my lunch today. I was talking about business. Dayton's doing Zoom calls in Thailand. It's a write-off, so good benefits there. But guys, my question is, why economy? Why don't I just join Herbalife? Why don't I join Mary Kay? Why don't I join whatever the case? Why economy? Well, economy has the best compensation plan I've ever seen personally. You have two legs, two lines of people. Okay, I'm going to break it down for you a little bit. Two lines of people. So, let me know what rank you want to go in the chat, and I'll break down that rank. Let me know in the chat. What rank are you going to hit? Not you wanting to hit, are you going to hit? Okay, let me know in the chat, and I'll break down on that rank. So let's do 3K because 3K was dropped real quick. So let's do Prodigy 3K. Very, very easy to do. Okay. 75 people on your left, 75 people on your right. You have two legs of business. What's cool is you can hit this just by helping other people as well. So you could go out there and personally enroll, 100 people, 150 people, 75 people on gold packs, whatever the case may be. Or I could bring in, John, and then I could bring in Jacob, and then Jingleheimer Schmidt, and these guys could go out there and they could bring in people as well. And that's going to now count towards my rank. See, Zig Ziglar said this: if you help enough people, write this down. If you help enough people get what they want out of life, you'll get what you want out of life by default. So I heard that quote when I first started. Maybe this is the first time you're getting started. I heard that quote and I said, bet. If I just help enough people crush this thing, my business is going to grow. So my goal, Donnie's goal, is to help you guys win. Everyone drop the word win in the chat box. We are incentivized to help you win. You are incentivized to help every person you bring in. But outside of that, I love helping people, man. I love helping people. I'm like sweating through my clothes right now, a little sick, but I'm on this call because I love you guys. Like, I love this family. I love this industry. It's fun. Like, it's fun to sit at 10 at night on a Zoom call and share some facts with you guys. But I want you to understand that this industry is fun. Like, it's fun. You get to travel. Shit, we're probably going to Dubai soon. All right. Like, I want you to understand, like, you if you're just getting plugged in, you're welcome. Welcome to the rest of your life. All right. So, guys, Icon is where it gets really fun. I want you to fall in love with Icon. We have a chat Icon season because it's Icon season, man. You know, we all go on Icon. It's 6 figures a year. All right. $10,000 a month, like 12,000 Canadian for all my Canadian folk. All right. For helping, 750 people just get started, guys. We just had an Icon 100 get popped. 24 years old, zero network marketing experience. How is that possible, Tommy? She's a team of over 8,000 people. If you help enough people get what they want out of life, you'll get what you want out of life by default. If you become a leader, if you work harder on yourself than you do this business, okay? Maybe you should start listening to audio tapes like this. If you know, you know. All right. If you work on your skill sets, maybe you get a goal card and you write down your goals and you speak it into existence. Maybe you learn the skills, you master GoPro, you read the books, right? You can get there too, man. So how do I get there? Well, we got a whole blueprint to get there, and I'm going to show you guys it right now. We're going to end this call off, guys. I realized going over. You guys getting value though? What do you guys think? You think the network marketing industry is lit? You guys understand it on a higher level? Drop a yes if you understand it. Blow up that chat for me, because I want you to understand that this industry, man, is powerful. Like sales, network marketing, man. Sales is great. I love high ticket sales. I've done over 4 million in sales on low ticket products. So that's over about 15,000 plus sales on low ticket, just low ticket. High ticket's great as well, but there's no residual. Here you can create a residual, man. Something happens, you have residual income for the rest of your life. So consider Jen's in sales, prime example. She just says it takes up all her time. But imagine, Jen, you had an extra 10 grand coming in because you built your work over the last 3 years. And then now it's just paying you for the rest of your life. That's the beauty of doing network marketing. So, guys, in affiliate marketing, network marketing, same thing, by the way. Okay. So, guys, let's talk about how do we get there. Well, what I did for you guys, and I'm still building it out, but I'm only going to finish it if y'all are going to dive into it. All right. I have a whole boot camp here on how to go from $0 a month. I've never talked or referred a single person, Tommy, to $10,000 a month, 6 figures a year. How do I get there, Tommy? Right here. This is it. This is the boot camp. All right. And then when you hit ranks, we do game plans on how to get you to the next rank. But if you haven't went through this, drop a 1 if you've went through this, and drop a 2 if you haven't, but you're going to. All right. This is where you learn how to launch your business, how to make a list, how to organize your list. PS3, the 3-way call, the art of edification, the perfect invite. My mentor, Alex Morton, made millions of dollars just off the art of edification. You can make millions if you just get good at this one skill. All right. Perfect invite, how to prospect people, form, mastering the follow-up, hitting apprentice. Boom. Okay. Now I've hit apprentice, Tommy. I hit my 3 and free. Now, how to launch my customer, how to launch someone on the building side. How do I understand this comp plan a little bit more in depth? You guys want to go watch these videos? Go ahead. How do I take inventory of my business? How do I place people in my organization? What's my DMOs? What's my day-to-day checklist? I literally break down in 4 minutes. These are videos that are really quicker than this call. I say in 4 minutes what you should be doing on a daily basis. Some of you guys haven't even seen this video yet. All right. How to retain your team, how to promote an event, how to throw an event. All right. And then I'm going to finish the rest of this, but only if you guys want me to. Let me know in the chat. You guys want me to finish the rest of this boot camp? Let me know in the chat box, because I don't want to waste my time if no one's going to watch it. Everyone's like, yo, do it. I knew they were going to say yes, Donnie. I knew it. Now I got to do it, bro. Now I got to do it. So, guys, that's that. And then also, let's talk about the social media system real quick. Olivia's crushing it with the TikToks, prime example. These girls in Poland that are popping ranks, crushing the TikToks. But there's a whole affiliate system you can download here. Okay, Bells went from Icon 9 to Icon 100, making TikToks and Instagram Reels. Guys, you can enroll people in your DMs. You can, use TikTok as a lead funnel and then plug them into an Instagram DM and get them signed up to this business. I mean, who here would be excited about that? You have a whole affiliate system. Lily and Bells both are making 100K a month as Icon 100s, and you can just really master this system here. Watch both of these, download the affiliate system, watch Bells' training after it. First step, download. Second step, this. If you want to go the TikTok, social media, Instagram route, you should go through both, though. That's why we have both here. Okay. The hybrid of both is the key when building this business. All right. And this is going to be updated as we go. But now you have a blueprint. Now you have a game plan. We're going to wrap this call up in like 2 minutes. Now you have a game plan of how to go out there and crush it trading, copying, pasting. If you don't have Plutos, man, Buy Plutos. Okay. I got to bring it back to trading for a second. Go buy Plutos right now after this call. All right. And just make the decision, man. Make the decision tonight that I'm going to start taking this seriously. Right? Drop the word decision in the chat if you're going to start taking this thing a little bit more seriously leaving tonight's call. All right? Because it's going to start with you. You know, there's a quote my mentor said to me. He said, "Tommy, if it's meant to be, it's up to me." Right? It's up to you. So I always say to myself, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. All right? We've built the teams of thousands. But guess what? We're going to do it again here, man. We're just getting started. The question is, who's going to help us do that? Right? Who's going to help us do that? So I want to make a big announcement, and I'm excited, man, to identify those individuals. If you guys want to help lead Revolt, I posted on my story yesterday to 10,000 active members globally, because that's honestly my goal for this organization in the next year or less. Okay, 10,000 active members. If you want to help us do that, drop the word leader in the chat, because I want to know who I'm talking to. And if you don't, it's all good, man. If you don't want to, and you want to be a customer, just make money, be an introvert, love it. All right, perfect. So, guys, I'm excited. No one even knows yet. Donnie, no one knows, bro. I'm excited, man. I'm excited, bro. So, guys, I'm going to be doing something called the next wave. The next wave. If you know, you know, man. If you know, you know. All right. I did one of these back in our old company, and it's basically going to be. All right, let me share the flyer. Jeez. Jeez. It's going to be a 12-week. All right. Might even condense it a little bit more, but it's going to be an extensive 12-week boot camp. It's not going to be like every day. It'll be like one call a week, or actually 2 calls a week, where I'm going to train you on every skill you need to go out there and get to $10,000 a month. Residually. Coming in over and over and over again. How to lead hundreds of people, how to become a high level individual, a person of increase, a person of value. People want to know. People are begging for your time. People are asking you how you did it, to learn the skills of leadership, to learn the skills of closing, to learn the skills of public speaking, of mindset, of mentality, of tap rooting, of sales, of mentorship, absolutely everything you need. I have a whole 12-week course. If this excites you, right, let me know in the chat box, because this is not for everybody. This is for a select group of people. This is my first time announcing. I just told Donnie, I was like, bro, I want to announce it on the call today. I'm going to start this in about a couple weeks, probably 1 to 2 weeks or less. I'm moving down to Florida on Friday, so I'll be packing my bags all week. A little bit busy week for the kid. And then we're driving to Miami. But once I get settled in Miami, we're going to run this up, man. And I'm going to commit to you guys, whoever I decide to bring onto this, okay, and train you guys to become 6-figure earners. Hey, man, I know nothing. Great. Perfect. This is for you. All right. But I'm only going to be taking about probably 20 to 30 individuals out of 600 plus people. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to apply. You'll have to shoot me a message on Telegram. Send me the bigger the paragraph, the more I know you want it. The shorter the message, the less likely you are to get in. But you have to tell me the reasons as to why I should accept you into this next wave. You have to tell me the reasons as to why you deserve to become that next individual. Learn the skill sets to do millions of dollars in sales. Learn the skill sets to lead, hundreds of people. And you're not only gonna have me, guys, you're gonna have Donnie being one of the team captains. Okay, we're gonna get some trading sauce in there too, some crypto sauce. Our goal is to build the next wave of wealth creation, okay, within inside of this organization. But we need more leaders to help lead this team if we want to get to 10,000 active members. So I'm really excited about it, guys. We're going to have one call a week where it's going to be a training, and then we'll have another call later that week where it's going to be more interactive role play practicing. All right. And you'll have some captains. Some of you guys don't even know your captains yet, but you're captains. All right. And I'm excited, man. So if you guys are excited, I got to go check this chat box. Let me know who's applying for this. Who's sending me a message after this, and who's committed. And there's going to be rules. I'm going to remove people along the way if they're not serious. But Blake's already texting me now. Let's go. Send me it on Telegram. so I can have everything in one area. But this isn't even about me. This is about you guys. This is about building the next wave. You know, Donnie and I were talking like, man, we need to create more success stories on the trading side, on the building side, more leaders. And we're just excited, man. I know I'm really excited. I know Donnie's really excited. We got Revolt hats. You know, we're excited. If you guys want a hat, by the way, I'm gonna just drop this. Slight drop. Go buy your hats. All right. We don't even make money off this. We literally just like use some site to like get a bunch of merch on it. So I mean, we probably should, but we don't. So again, we just want to have merch for the team. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. So that's the training. I know we've been on here for like 2 freaking hours. So happy Sunday, y'all. Go out there and apply this stuff. Go out there, go through the trading materials, start copying and pasting trades, and go out there and absolutely have an amazing week. See, it's not how you spend your week, it's how you start your week. So go out there, kick the week off strong, build your list. Oh, and for my builders, it's closing day. Go process those ranks and make sure you close out the rank you want to close out tonight at midnight. So I love each and every single one of you guys. Donnie, thank you for having me on at the end. And we will see you guys all at the top. From the top, more details to come with the next wave very, very soon because the bottom is way too crowded. Have an amazing night, guys. Love you all. Peace.
Much love, fam. Let's crush the week. Thank you, Tommy. Peace out, everybody.